Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today in the last session we have dealt the topic of Jangama Visha, and we have covered until the different types of snakes. Today we will be dealing with the different presentations of snake. So as we all know, sarpas are of two types, Divya Sarpa and Bhauma Sarpa. And in Bhauma Sarpa, mainly there are three varieties: Darvikara, Mandali and Rajiman. And there is Vaikaranja is another variety of Sarpa which is told, and which is mainly the hybrid varieties of these three Sarpas. Now coming here, two contexts. Acharyas have mentioned two contexts. One is identification of snake itself, and second is identification by symptoms. That is identification of the presentation, and what could be the what could be the logic behind identification of the snake is. Here identification of snake, and it's once it is done, the probable signs and symptoms which could be manifested could be assumed, and that could save the time of a physician in doing the Visha Chikitsa. As in Sarpa Visha, doing Chikitsa at the most earliest plays very important role. Here coming to the first variety of snake, it is Darvikara. Lakshanas of Darvikara Sarpa. Here, this is the features of Darvikara variety of snake. It has been mentioned as Darvikaraha Fanihi, Fanigneyo, Mandali, Mandalakanaha. Here, the Charaka mentions features of all the three varieties of snakes, that is Darvikara, Mandali and Rajiman, in a single shloka. Here he mentions Darvikaraha Fanihi. Here Fani means the hood. Hooded snakes are called as Darvikara. And he continues with Mandali and Rajiman also. But Ashtanga Hridayakara has clearly mentioned features of Darvikara as Rathanga Langala Chhatra Swastikankushadharinaha Paninaha Shigragatayaha Sarpa Darvikara Smrataha. What are the features? Features here have been mentioned as Rathanga Langala Chhatra Swastikankushadharinaha. There are features like Ratha, like wheels of a Ratha, Langala, Chhatra, like umbrella, like symbols are present on these snakes, and these are Faninaha. Faninaha here means hood, snakes with hood. Shigragateha, they are fast in motion. These such snakes are called as Darvikara. In today's context, we can correlate Darvikara Sarpas to Cobra varieties. Here we can see different symbols present, symbol-like features present on the snakes, and these snakes are with hood. These hooded structures are extension of the muzzle present around the neck of the snakes, and these features, this is called biocular cobra, whereas a single dot like thing is present in some cobras. They are known as monoocular cobras. This is a king cobra, and common variety of cobra is known as Naja Naja by its scientific specific name. Okay. And next, coming to the next variety of snakes, it is the Mandali variety of snake. Again, coming to Charaka's definition of snakes, here he has told Mandala Afanaha. It doesn't have hood. It is Afana. It has been told as Afana, and it has structures like Mandali, Mandalivat, round circular patches over the body. Sushruta and Ashtanga Hridayakara have similar opinion on this. They have mentioned it as Gneya Mandalino Abhogaha. Here Abhoga means the same thing, Afana, that means they are without hood. Mandali Neya Mandalino Abhogaha Mandalai Vividaishchitaha. There are circular patches over the body. Pramshavo Mandagamanaha. They are bulky in structure and they are slow moving. Similar thing has been told by Sushruta. Also, he mentions it as Mandalair Vividaish Chitraha. There are different combinations by color, by pattern of circular structures over the body of these snakes. Prathavo means the same as Pramshavo. Here he has mentioned it as bulky in nature. Mandagamanaha, it is slow moving. Such snakes are called as Mandali. Gneya Mandalina Sarpaha. Jwalanarka Samaprabhaha. They are as furious, they are furious in nature. Next, coming to the next variety of snakes, that is Rajiman, Rajimanta. If we go to Charaka's again, Charaka's mentioning of the snakes, he mentioned it as Bindu Lekha Vichitrangaha. There could be circular patches, Binduvat, or Lekha Rekhavat, linear structures, horizontal patterns. Different patterns of snakes are seen in this variety. Vividha Chitranga Pannagaha are called as Rajiman. Syat Tattu Rajiman. Similar explanation has been given by even Charaka also. Snigdha Vividha Varnabhi Tiryak Urdvascha Rajibihi. It is Snigdha Snigdha in its nature. It's Snigdha, that is slimy sting is present over the skin. Snigdha Vichitra Varnabhi. It is different patterns are seen, which are linear, banded structures or circular small patches with linear pattern. Different varieties are seen in this. Tiryak Urdhva. Here that is the patterns are either linear or horizontal. Rajibihi. Chitrata iva ye bhanti rajimantastu te smritaha. If you find such pattern over the snakes, then such snakes are called as Rajiman. Same opinion is given by Ashtanga Hridayakara also. He mentions Rajimantastu Rajibihi. Rajibihi, here he mentions it as patterns which are linear or horizontal. Snigdha Vichitra Varnabhis Tiryak Urdhvam cha Chitritaha. Now in current situation we correlate Rajiman snakes to the kraits as well as the poisonous coral snakes. Here I have shown majorly three varieties of coral snakes. The first one is excuse me for a minute. The first picture of snake is this one is the common krait, which is generally seen in the southern hemisphere. This is the banded variety snake, banded krait, and this is red-headed krait. And commonly occurring poisonous snakes in India are big four. So, cobra, two varieties of vipers. Here you can see the two varieties. This is saw scale viper and this is Russell's viper. These are very commonly seen in Western Ghats. And the third is krait. Cobra, two varieties of vipers and krait. These four snakes are called as big four, and poisoning due to snakes occurs mainly because of these four. Next, coming to the Sanchara Kala. All these points have been told from the aspect of chikitsa. If you know the Sanchara Kala or the time of bite, you can probably predict what snake and do the treatment accordingly. Hence, these things might have been told. Identification of snakes, Sanchara Kala, their Vriddhi and Kshaya, other points. Okay, now coming to the Sanchara Kala, they have mentioned it as Rajanyah Paschime Yame Sarpash Chitra Charantihi. Chitra, here Chitra stands for Rajila. They do the Sanchara, they move around during the Paschima Yama, that is Chaturtha Prahara of Ratri. Next, Sheshokta Mandalino Diva. Mandali in other times, that is in other duration of Ratri, and Diva Darvikara Smritaha. Darvikaras are found in daytime. Sanchara Kala for other types of snakes have also been told here. Purva Madhya Aparanhe Charanti Brahmanadayah Astangate Ravo Shudraha. Brahmana varieties of sarpas, they do sanchara in Purvanna, Kshatriyas in Madhyana, Vaishyas in Aparanna, and Shudras after Suryasta. Next, coming to a very important point, please do make note of it, and usually students might get confused with this. There is two things in the context of Sarpavisha. One is Damshtra Prakara and Damsha Prakara. Please do note this. Damshtra here mentions the fangs or teeth of snakes, whereas Damsha is the bite site or bite mark which is occurring because of the fangs of the snake. Please make a note of it. Usually when it is asked Damshtra Prakara, students usually write Damsha Prakara. Here Damshtra is type of fangs or teeth. Fangs are curved tooth which are specially present in snakes, and which is the which is used for injecting venom into the victim of the snake, or the person who gets bitten is because of the fangs. Okay. Next here, Damshtra Prakara. Different types of fangs or teeth have been explained. According to Ashtanga Sangrahakara, he mentions there are 7 types of teeth or fangs in snakes, but 4 contain Visha. Please make a note of it. Damshtraha Sarpasya Saptami. There are 7 types of Damshtra or teeth or fangs in snakes, and Chatasraha Sambhavantyanhi Visham Tasu Chaturdashe. In 4 types, the Visha is present. And he also mentions the color of those 4 Visha Yukta Damshtra of snake. He mentions left lower contains Asita Varna. It is of Asita Varna. Right upper Damshtra is of Pita Varna, right lower is of Rakta Varna, and left upper is of Shyama Varna. These four colors have been mentioned, but from Chikitsa aspect, these don't have that much importance. If we make a note that there are 7 types of Damshtra in a snake, and 4 of them are Vishayukta, Savisha Damshtra. If you remember this point, that's sufficient. Next, Visha Avastha in snakes. Visha Avastha is how on when the Visha in a snake becomes causes fatality in a person. Now, according to Sushruta, it has been mentioned as Darvikarastu Taruna. The amount of Visha, you can say, or the Visha when a Taruna Darvikara or a young Darvikara snake bites is more comparatively to the other age group of Darvikara snakes. Vruddha Mandalina. In Mandali, it is in Vruddhavastha. The Visha is in Uttamavastha. Rajimanto Vayomadhya. In the middle age, in Rajiman, the Visha is Uttama. And during if a Taruna Darvikara Sarpa, Vruddha Mandali Sarpa, and Vayomadhya Rajiman Sarpa bites, then there are more chances of fatality. The same thing has been told by even Charaka. Charaka mentions Tarunaha Krishna Sarpastu. Gonasaha. Gonasa is a variety mentioned by Charaka. And Sthaviras Tatha. Rajimanto Vayomadhya. He mentions almost, he has opinion almost same, but he mentions a different variety of snake here. Vayomadhye Bhavantyaashi Vishopama. It is Ashi Vishopama, that is, it causes Mrityu in a very fast rate. Next, coming to the Swabhava of Visha of these 3 varieties of snakes. How is the nature of Visha in these 3 snakes? Visheshad Rukshakatukam Amloshnam Swadu Sheetalam. Rukshakatu is the nature of Darvikara. Visham Yathakramam Tesham Tasmad Vatadi Kopanam. Here, in order it has been mentioned. Visheshan Ruksha Katukam. Ruksha Katuka is the Swabhava of Darvikara. Amloshnam. Amla and Ushnata is the Swabhava of Mandali. And Swadu and Shitala is the Swabhava of Rajiman Visha. Sarpa Visha. Here, this does Vatadi Kopanam in order. That is, Ruksha Katuka pertaining to Darvikara Sarpa does Vata Vriddhi, Vata Kopana. Amloshna is the Swabhava of Mandali Visha, Mandali Sarpa Visha. It does Pitta Vriddhi. Swadu Shitala is the variety, is the Swabhava of Rajiman Visha. It does Kapha Kopana. This is the Swabhava of all the major 3 varieties of Sarpa. Next, coming to the Damsha Prakara. This Damsha Karana. What is the reason why the snake bites a person? Padabhi Mrishta. When a person stamps on a snake, Dushtava. When the snake gets aggressive by itself, Kruddha. When the snake is angry, Grasarthino. When it is in the when it has an idea of hunting, Grasarthino. When it is hungry and it is on hunting, Te Dashanti. Mahakrodha Trividham Bhimadarshanaha. During this condition, the snake bites a person. Ashtanga also gives some more description to this. Aharartham. If it is in a search of its food, bhayat, because of fear. Padasparshat. Because of the, again same as if a person stamps on a snake, then it can bite you. Ati vishat krudhaha. When the visha in a snake is in uttamavastha, when it is more. Krudhaha, when it is angry. Papa vrittiteya, because of the papa vritti of a person who gets bitten by a snake. Vairad, dveshat, and other reasons he has added to the sarpadamsha hetus. In such conditions, what does the snake do? Dashanti sarpas teshokta vishadhikyam yatottaram. As we follow this order, the uttarottara karanas, there is vishadhikya. Because of papa vrittitaya, if a person gets bitten by a snake, then the visha injected is more than when a snake bites a person when it is in search of food. That is the first reason, ahararthe. If a person gets bitten by a snake, then the amount of visha injected is less compared to papa vrittitaya. Next, coming to the classification. Now this person has the person got bitten by a snake. Then how to identify whether the snake venom is injected in a person or whether it is a dry bite? Whenever the snake gets bitten by a snake, it is not a compulsion that the snake injects the venom in a person. It could just be a bite or a simple bite, a nirvisha bite. In such cases, and classification has been mentioned for Savisha Damsha. Savisha Damsha is snake bites and injects venom in a person, and Nirvisha Damsha is there is only bite but no venom is injected in a person. Okay, next coming to this. Coming to this is Dasham Damshastu Savisha Sarvaha. He mentions all damshas are savisha. Here, while mentioning all damshas are savisha, here even when there is bite, dry bite, there could be some amount of visha injected, but that could be very minimal, and it is like you can also neglect it because it doesn't produce immediate signs and symptoms in a person. So damshastu savisha sarvaha. Sashofo vedananditah. Tudyate gratitah kinchit kanduman dasyate bhrasham nirvisho viparitastu. If the damsha is with shofa, with vedana, with itching, with toda pain, grathita is granthi, what swellings are seen around it, with kanduman, with itching if it is present, with burning sensation, immediately after damsha, then the damsha, that site of bite, is savisha. Then the damsha, the bite is along with injection of the venom. If it is otherwise, if there is no shofa, no vedana, no pain, no granthivat swellings around, no itching, if none of these symptoms are present, then you have to consider it to be nirvisha damsha. Next, coming to the damsha prakara. Please make a note, when the question is asked regarding damsha prakara, then you have to mention the 3 types mentioned by Sushruta and 5 types mentioned by Ashtangakara. But when damshtra prakara is asked, then you have to write about 7 types of damshtra mentioned in snakes. 7 types of fangs, you can take it in for your easy understanding. Next, Sushruta mentions mainly 3 types of damsha. He also mentions Sarpangabhihata, a different type. It has been mentioned as Sarpitam, Raditam Chapi, Tritiyam Atha Nirvisham. There is 3 varieties. Sarpita, Radita and Nirvisha. Sarpangabhihata, he classifies it separately. Kechit ichanti kalu tadvidaha. What is the first variety, Sarpita? Padani yatra dantanam ekam dveva bahuniva. Once a needle pricks in, it makes a mark. Similarly, when the fangs get injected in the body, it produces a bite mark. If the bite mark is having the sign of one fang, padani yatra dantanam, one fang, ekam, dveva bahuniva. It could be one, it could be two, and it could be many. Nimagnan nyalpa raktani yan yudritya karotihi. The fangs injecting could be deep inside or it could be superficial with bleeding or with minimal bleeding. Chinchumalaka yuktani vaikritya karani cha. Chinchumalaka yuktani is the salivation and other oral secretions of the snake along with it. Vaikritya karani cha, with disfiguration over the bite side. Sankshiptani sashopani vidyartat sarpitam bishak. They are with shofa, with edema. If such a condition is present, then that is called as sarpita according to Sushruta. Next, Rajyah Salohita Yatra Neela Pita Stastahasa. If there is linear presentation which is lohita, reddish in nature, blue or yellowish, linear bands like patterns over the bite side. Vigneyam raditam tu tat. That is called as radita. Gneya alpa visham cha tat. That is known to be or minimal visha, alpa visha. Ashopam alpa dushtasrak. Praktis tasya dehinaha padam padani va vidyat avisham tachikitsaka. If it is without any swelling, with minimal bleeding or if the signs of Raktadushti is very less, it could be present with the bite sign of bite mark of one fang or both the fangs could be present. Such a condition is known as avisha. So here he has covered all the three varieties, that is Sarpita, Radita and Nirvisha variety. Now he tells about Sarpangabhihata. Sarpa sprishtasya bhirorhi bhayena kupito anilaha kasyachit kurute shopam sarpangabhihatam tu tat. He has classified this as separate part. This is usually asked for 2 marks, or it is a very one of the favorite questions in Viva. What is they could ask you to define Sarpangabhihata. Here, because of the fear of either touch of a snake or simple, it could be a dry bite also. Here he mentions as it's sparsha of snake. After this, if a person gets too much afraid of it and if there is swelling without any bite mark or bite sign, then that should be considered as Sarpangabhihata. So Sushruta mentions these varieties of Sarpadamsha Prakara, the type of bite, that is Sarpita, Radita and Nirvisha. Next, coming to the Ashtangakara, he mentions 5 types of Sarpadamsha. He mentions 5 types, that is Yatra Lala Parikleda Matram Gatre Pradrishyate Natu Damshrakritam Damsham Tat Tundahatam Adishet. If there is only the saliva or oral secretions of the snake present at the bite site, but there is no bite mark as such, then it is to be considered as Tundahata. That is the first variety. Ekam Damshtrapade Dveva Vyalidhakyam Ashonitam. If there is bite mark of one fang or then it is known as two marks along is known as Lupta. Trini Tani Tu Chedavavichin Rakataka. The there is bite fang marks of two or more fangs. Also, there is distortion of the subcutaneous tissue or the mamsa, even the mamsa beneath it. So, if such a presentation is there, then it is known as Dashtaka. Damshtra Padani Chatvari. Present with all distortion of mamsadi. Is the 5 varieties of Sarpa Damsha. That is 3 varieties told by Sushruta, Sarpita, Rudita and Nirvisha, whereas Ashtanga Hridayakara mentions 5 varieties, that is Tundahata, Vyalidha, Vyalupta, Dashtaka, Dashtapidita and Nirvisha. Okay, now I would like to keep the session open for discussion, if any. Is there any doubts or any questions? Please post it in the comments. If there is no questions, then we shall wind up the session.